when it comes to the Seattle Seahawks, Mike, pick number 5. And they've got more picks than that. They got 5 in the first or 5 in the top 83. What do the Seahawks do? They pick 5. They have another pick coming up at 20. What do you think the Seahawks do with that pick, with the deal for Geno Smith that is essentially a one-year deal? Do they go for a quarterback for the future, or do they just keep adding to the roster, which they did a good job of doing in last year's draft?
Well, I mean, I think they got to look at it both ways, right? Pete went to every single quarterback workout, so obviously he's interested in evaluating them. And if they like one, I'm sure they're going to pull the trigger on it. You know, John Schneider has always been a guy who likes to trade down. I think he's made 34 trades in his NFL career as a general manager, and 20 of them he's traded down. So he likes to trade down. But will he trade down, or will he just stay there and pick? I think this is, you know, a situation. Do they take Carter? I mean, I think with the quarterbacks talking about going as early as they're going, he's in a really good spot to get a good defensive player.
He's Michael Lombardi, former NFL general manager, 3-time Super Bowl winning NFL executive, the host of the GM Shuffle podcast at M. Lombardi NFL on Twitter. Just a couple more minutes with you, Mike, because there's a lot of chatter over the last couple of days. And when I say chatter, you never really hear it coming out of Foxborough, out of New England. But with the Patriots right now scheduled to pick at 14, there's just been this talk of floating around that the relationship between the Patriots, Bill Belichick, Nick Caserio, who's with the Houston Texans, their general manager, that the Houston Texans are willing to do business at number 2. Could the Patriots possibly move up to go grab a quarterback, or do they stay pat with what they have already after drafting Bailey Zappi, who played last year, and now getting a real offensive coordinator for Mac Jones?
I can't see the Patriots. I mean, Bill Belichick rarely trades up in the first round. He did it with Dante Hightower. He did it with Chandler Jones, but that was at the bottom of the first. I can't see that. I think that's a really bad rumor.
Bad rumor. See, bad rumors. You hear that, Brockman? See that?
Thank goodness. Mike, are we going to do something fun? Like, what are we going to do, Mike? Come on, talk me off this ledge, because I'm worried Belichick's on the hot seat. He's coaching for his job. Kraft is unhappy. We have quarterback instability.
Guys, coaching. You know, it's funny you say that. He's coaching for his job. He's won 6 Super Bowls. Ron Rivera hasn't had a winning season in 5 years yet. He's not coaching for his job. It's hilarious. I mean, it's really, the guy's had 6 Super Bowls. He's the greatest coach of all time, and he's coaching for his job. I mean, seriously, really?
I know, but 0 in the last 4 years, Mike. Come on, we're irrational. We're fans. You know how it goes.
I know we're fans, but I mean, you know, when you lose a great quarterback, it's not easy, right? I mean, it's hard. You got to try to replenish it. I mean, they made the playoffs 2 years ago. I think they got to get Mac Jones back to the level player that he once was.
Yeah.
So is that wide receiver at 14? Is that Zay Flowers?
I mean, I love that. I love you. You know, I mean, you know, one thing about the draft, I think you should study the coaches, the movements of past performance, you know, of the draft. Everybody wants to take a receiver, you know, but Bill Walsh, I don't know if you remember Bill Walsh, but he's a pretty good coach himself, right? Yeah, and he said this all the time about receivers. You don't take receiver until it's the last position you need. He really was about defensive players, because you can't hide defensive players. You got to have 11 good defensive players.
Oh.
Defensive back. So that's Joey Porter Jr. Mike, I need something.
Mike ain't giving nothing up.
I love it. How to help you? I just giving you information. I mean, I think they'll be good. I think they'll make some good picks. Got a bunch of picks. You know, I think this will be a first. You know, what happens in the first round? They should be able to get a good starting player, whether it's an offensive lineman, maybe a defensive lineman, and then in the second round, you know, you've got an opportunity to make some hay.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.